Did you find that anything that Anchors in particular was doing, did you find that any of it was like enabling or like glorifying drug use, or anything that popped up on the screen that made you kind of like uncomfortable or challenged you?
No, I think that Shambhala does that. I don't think that Anchors necessarily does that.
What do you mean?
I think that Shambhala, like, there's a lot of drugs there, and I think that there's a lot of support for doing drugs there, and there's a lot of acceptance, and yeah. So I think that Shambhala does glorify drug use, but I don't think that having drug testing there should be viewed as glorifying drug use. It's just a reality of today.
Right.
And as a medical professional, I recommend drug testing.
Yeah, you're a fan?
Yes.
Awesome. Did you find that some of the folks you talked to at Shambhala were like shocked by the fact that was even available?
Yeah, who was not the people at Shambhala. I think that everybody kind of comes into it with a bit of an understanding, but the people that have been shocked by that are my coworkers, who I discuss my experiences with. And they are shocked and very supportive, though, at the same time. Well, some are skeptical, right? But overwhelmingly supportive of it. Some of them are like, I want to come to Shambhala just to see this in practice. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What did you tell them when you told them you were going to go do this?
I told them I was going, and I was gonna try it out. They knew that I'd gone for a couple of years, and I was a fan of the music, and I told them I was gonna volunteer, and they were all pretty excited. Or, I think that there's an aspect of professional that stigma of drug use for sure. But I think I'm pretty good at my job, and I think that my colleagues judge me on that, not any kind of stigma.
Right. Where do you feel that working like at a festival fits within your sort of like scope of practice?
Well, I'm an emergency scope RN, and I think that it's an area that fits well within our scope of practice, and I actually maybe one day will. Sorry, let me just.
No, that's okay.
Work was trying to get me for overtime. I think that it's an area of the emergency nurse that hasn't really been developed yet. That there's lots of area for development as a formalized subset, because we do we're the guys that do the cruise ship stuff, or the guys that do the summer camp stuff, like all these kind of out of hospital roles. But I also just want to see my specialty advance in advance, so I'm going to advocate for that too.
Totally. So you're looking to go further down that path of mass gathering medicine?
Yes.
Super cool.
And I think that it's an area that lots of people talk about, but nobody actually does.
Yeah. Do you feel like you were prepared for any of this in your undergrad education? Like, did you learn about harm reduction?
In my undergraduate, no. No, that's not true. I knew what harm reduction was. No, absolutely. I had to do a presentation about AIDS Saskatoon in my undergraduate. We talked about the determinants of health, and the Ottawa something. No, we talked about harm reduction. Absolutely, I gotta give my undergraduate credit.
What year did you graduate in?
I graduated 2014.
Okay. And at U of S?
At the University of Saskatchewan, yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Do you feel like you would have benefited from more of that in your undergrad, or was it sufficient